Cancer, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive. Libra just popped out, in case you guys wanted to know. So yeah, welcome guys. We're doing your weekly tarot reading. Whoop whoop. I hope you're doing well. I think I already said that, so double time today. We're just coming off of a full moon. The energy will still be lingering present. We just entered into Pisces season, which definitely can be good for water signs, finding ways to kind of ground yourself and balance, especially when the energy is a lot more watery. Watery just means it heightens our intuition, our emotion, our feeling, our sensing, etc. So sometimes that can be overwhelming. I can identify, relate. I have a lot of water in my chart. I've been told I'm sensitive my whole life. Wah wah. I tried to put on the tough girl act, but the tears always seem to seep through. All right, guys, let's get into it. Highest and best message for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers, obviously welcome. The energy timing is fluid. As long as the message resonates, then it's not for you. All right, happy day. Whoop. All right, okay. So, series, this is all about nurturing. It's about kind of nurturing what's already there, what's already happening in your life, in your world. I feel like in past readings, there's been a big change for you, Cancer, probably something unexpected that you weren't really seeing coming, especially with, I remember like just the individual that was popping up for you. It was like a little bit, like their twin, their evil twin self. So, you know, it's hard, right? When we have a certain perspective about how people are, and then they kind of flip the switch and we're seeing that different side to them, we almost have to retrain our mind to understand that there is that duality there, you know, kind of unlearning this, whether it was glorification, putting them up on a pedestal, etc. I also feel like this is nurture for you, right? Nurturing yourself. How we saw that Virgo energy pop out when I was shuffling. That's rules the 6th house. It's all about grounding and balancing. It's very hard for water signs to do. You know, you definitely get caught in the ethers, the sensing aspects of life. Sorry, I'm going to switch this. It's an annoying song. No offense, no shade to anyone there. But yeah, I mean, definitely partnership is coming up for you with the 7th house. You know, it does feel like there is a change in dynamic. You know, you could be going through an adjustment, a change with relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, obviously. But this is also like business partners, people that we kind of have that yin-yang energy with. I feel like this is in part like understanding, you know, maybe kind of understanding where this other person is coming from. But I feel like there's a lot of work in front of you, especially as I was talking about in the beginning, because of like how things have played out. It doesn't feel very friendly. It doesn't feel very nice. Like I said, a little out of left field, Saturn brings in those lessons that like are not fun to learn. Sorry guys, I'm not laughing. I laugh at like the worst times. Bad humor, Deborah. But you know, something is coming to an end. It's coming to a close, and I feel like acknowledging that is gonna be very healing for you. Instead of trying to grasp and hold on to what you wish it was, what you wanted it to be, etc. This is kind of having that faith that, I mean, I was just reading this morning. Whether we like it or not, there is divine timing at play. Everything happens when we're ready, when universe, spirit, God, however you understand it, sets those things into place so that we can be ready to receive something more beautiful and heart-honoring. It's giving me chills as I'm saying that. That's what life is all about. But I think when we go through these really challenging periods, especially with other individuals that we kind of thought or understood to be a certain way, it's a little bit of a mind F. I try not to cuss on the channel. Deborah does like her cuss words. Not to be profane, but you know. So justice. So you could be going through a legal battle, legal separation. Justice is ruled by Libra. It also, like I said, it represents any contracts, marriage, commitment, etc. You could be reevaluating this. This is also that energy of looking at things a little bit more diplomatically, right? Having that bird's eye perspective, weighing the scale, the pros and cons, so to speak, you know, knowing when to execute that justice and when that there is, you know, some allowance for grace and understanding, not always the easiest. But there's that Six of Cups connection that we see with the 7th house. So Six of Cups is, you know, soulmate, love, people we've known for a long time, been in long-term relationship with. Yeah, lots of change. So you guys either are on the verge of a breakup that might be in, you know, being talked about right now. Whether or not it's happened yet, I don't necessarily get that vibe. I feel like it's kind of like it's teetering. It's going to go one way or the other. I feel like, you know, if I can be so bold, and this isn't for everyone, remember we have free will. So, you know, what I say is just what I'm picking up, what I'm intuiting. I feel like instinctually, you know that this is going to kind of fizzle out like that. I feel like whatever's coming into play with this Saturn energy, it looks like it's going to be way harder to maintain this relationship than maybe what you had initially expected. You know, I think it kind of goes back to, like, it just reminds me of, like, when people go long distance, for example. It's like, yeah, we can make it work. We'll do this. And some people can, which is awesome. Most of the time, it's like very hard to do, right? Because we're in different spaces, leading different lives, meeting new people, etc. And that's what it feels like to me. Like, it feels like this energy of, like, you want to hold on. Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. So you want to hold on to this new beginning. Maybe you're being a little bit more complacent or, you know, compromising about what you want with this person in order to maintain the relationship. But that kind of goes back to this series energy where you really have to nurture what is actually happening, how this person is showing up, you know, and not to be like an a-hole, but like recognizing that, I don't know, like when people show you their true colors, we have to take that into account. Do I think this is, I don't hear this as like the worst person in the world, but I do feel like how you saw them, how you understood the relationship is way different from what's actually happening right now, you know, and we do have to take that into account. Yes, there's always times that people have hardship and pain and struggle, but as adults, there is healthy ways to navigate those things, i.e. communication, you know, not lashing out, taking it out on the other person, especially if they're not really like doing anything. Your energy is coming in as Knight of Cups, Cancer. Knight of Cups, yes. So there's a lot of love energy throughout this reading. That Two of Cups. Ooh, both of them wanted to come out. King of Swords, High Priestess. Okay, So this is basically talking about how, yeah, is there love here? 100%. Is there opportunity for you guys to move forward? 100%. It's also going to take both parties participating, making it happen. And I feel like where you're getting yourself stuck is relying too much on the emotion, on the feeling, the hope, the desire, the fantasy, versus, again, like I said, like probably 20 times already, versus what's actually happening, what's actually like showing up in reality. This combination is talking about how listen to your instincts, listen to what your intuition is telling you. Intuition is really heightened right now. Neptune is in Pisces. Like I said, we're in the midst of Pisces season. Venus is in Pisces. So there's a lot of intuitive feeling, whether you're getting messages through your dreams, through conversations with other people. Spirit speaks to us all the time. Your intuition is telling you exactly what's up. And you have to be a little bit more rational about this. You know, that's what the King of Swords does. He basically takes out all feeling and deduces. That pros and cons list I was talking about earlier. All right, Cancer. Yeah, because this is a little bit of shady effing energy. They're being shady AF, guys. Do you like my cool use of words? I am not like a hip speaker. I don't know. I don't use like hip language, I should say. So I get excited when I can pull one out. So this person's being shady. They're not fully divulging to you, you know, and they're keeping it to themselves, I feel like. I feel like there might be some plans, some ulterior motivations on their end. Be really mindful, Cancer. One of my best friends is a Cancer, so I have a soft spot for you guys. You know, here's how I see it. It's like they're not making any plans or decisions. They're just going to wait to see how this all plays out. They're going to wait to see how you show up. They're going to wait to see what their options are on the other side. But it's not really about the relationship. It's not about you guys together. It's more about what's in their best interest. And that's the shady part, right? I wish we could just all be honest with each other. It's not easy. Honesty is not easy. It's being vulnerable, you know, a deep level of intimacy. But, you know, like when we actually tell people what's up, I don't know, it just makes life not easier, but just more fluid. You know, it does release a lot of the stress and restriction, because I feel like for you, you can't really understand 100% where this person's coming from because there's not honest communication. And then it makes it really hard. Like you can feel the tension, you can feel the resistance from them, you know, and it's making it really, really hard to envision how it's going to work out in the future, let alone whether you want it to or not. And that's why this Saturn energy is coming up for you, because it's basically saying like, it's going to be hard effing work. You know, once it kind of gets over this hump of whatever tension, frustration you guys are navigating through, it's going to make it that much harder to kind of keep it together. I can clarify as to why. Yeah, because it's just like something new comes in, that's why. Yeah, something new comes in, which I like for you, Cancer. Something new comes in that's actually what you do want. So that's the other value, right? Kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier, like the long distance relationships. You know, it's like because that original person is present, you want to work through it. But then you get into your new life and actually something comes in that might be a little bit more heart honoring, more on point. There's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of attraction, it feels for you like, oh my gosh, like this is so what I want. And it's actually the thing that's going to help you move forward and move away from this. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a, yeah. You might be concerned about money. Maybe with this original person, you guys have some attachments in that vein. Love is all throughout this reading, more than, you know, yeah, King of Pentacles. So it's like you just want to make sure that your money is straight, which is fair, you know, especially if you are going through a breakup or a divorce. That can be really challenging. But I feel like, let's see. Clarify. You could even have a kid with this person. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If you do have children together, it might be a little bit challenging. The person that you're dealing with might make it very difficult to kind of move forward, especially when you're losing interest in them. You have to kind of make that transformation. You have to make, that decision about how dirty you want to play. I feel like this person, like I said, has some shady energy around them. They're not being honest. They're not being upfront. More than likely, they're going to go to some low vibey places. And maybe this is what you know, and this is why you've been kind of like holding off on moving one way or the other. But Spirit really is pushing you towards this space of transformation. Oh, I love, even though she's not that pretty, it is like bringing out the beauty. It is bringing out this like deep heart connection for you in your life. It like makes me want to cry for you, Cancer. Tears for fears, baby. Yeah. So new beginnings, explore your world around you. Definitely make sure to get support, some love, wise people in your corner that you can listen to, that you can kind of reflect with. I really hope this helps as well. Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in, sending all the love and blessings to whatever you're going through. Definitely give a big thumbs up if it resonates. Drop comments below. I love building and growing the community. Sending lots of love and blessings. Thanks for tuning in.